This is it. We've finally reached the finale after a whole 19 months. The competition's had its ups and downs, and some other behind the scenes things as well, but at last, it's time for BFBG's final stretch. Now before we begin, let's meet the finalists one last time. We have Thunder Icicle 766, a quote-unquote unfairly eliminated contestant who ended up rejoining a couple episodes later, and who also tried stealing the gift card at some point. But that won't slow him down from officially getting his hands on that sweet gift card. Next, we have Noob. His name may suggest he'd be one of the underdogs, but don't underestimate him just yet. He's a strong competitor and ready to take on whatever comes in his path. Next up, Badly Drawn Fiery. Another fiery knockoff, but ready to set the competition into flames. With his extraordinary skills, he'll get that card in no time. Lastly, Paint Bomb. Also considered to be one of the underdogs, but that won't stop him from exploding the other finalists away. Get ready to see his epic Roblox skills in action. Now, with that out of the way, let's fully explain the challenge. You four finalists will be going against each other in different Roblox games, each being different from the other. If you manage to win the round with the game's set rules, you'll receive a point. The first contestant to reach 5 points wins the gift card. Now, let's not waste your time any longer, let's get into our first game. Doors. Hi, Editing Pixel here. Slight issue. We kinda lost the, doors footage, but I'll just recap for you what happened. New was the first to die on door 9, Paint Bomb followed right after on door 16, and BDF and Thunder made it to door 50, but BDF had to take care of some business, so he left. So that makes Thunder Icicle 766 get the first point. The rest of the footage should be clear, so yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. We're continuing the finale with last to leave, even though we kinda lost some doors footage, but you know, that's fine. Name's Pixel and I'll be narrating the competition. Looks like the contestants are being transported to the game as we speak, and are instantly met with a supply drop, which is kinda broken, and a friendly looking button. Nice, right? Wrong. Now there's animals flying, and the floor is lava, and Paint Bomb's head is larger? Such interesting happenings all at once. Now there's missiles flying? How did this pass the safety regulations? Pirates seem to have infiltrated the circle, and they managed to get Paint Bomb out of the game. Now, BDF, Thunder, and Noob seem to remain. Apparently, they invited Carl to this, and he's hugging the mushroom. Who's got the high ground now? Well, he's dead now. We won't miss him. You know the saying, it's raining cats and dogs? Might as well change it to, it's raining tacos. The circle is being shrunk again. A runaway train is appearing. Will someone get out? Where in God's name is it going? Bowling pins? Huge balls? Where's all this coming from? Oh no! Looks like Noob's got a blow dryer. He instantly targets BDF, sending him out of the circle and eliminating him. Noob and Thunder seem to be left. Who will come out on top? The circle has shrunk yet again, and the bowling things are back, sending everyone flying. With enough health, Noob was able to get back into the circle in time, while Thunder gets met with his demise. This makes Noob the winner of round 2, which means they'll get to eliminate someone. After carefully thinking about it, Noob decides to eliminate Badly Drawn Fiery. What a shocker!
I enjoyed every second of this camp. I learned so much, made close friends, and genuinely put so much effort into everything. Goodbye. I guess, hope this isn't the last time this experience happens.
On to our next game. Moving on to Cook Burgers, it's time to see their cooking skills in action. So it seems like Paint is currently developing a different burger off the menu to give it to the customers so he can raise money to buy tomatoes from the store and then work on his own burger after, while Thunder and Noob are casually preparing their own burger. Quite a smart strategy, though this could slow down Paint a little. Will this affect his final burger though? As all this is happening, a problem begins to unfold as some of the burgers start to get overcooked. But Thunder was smart enough to get a piece out in time and is asking if Pixel likes lettuce. Yeah, he can't tell him that. Paint has successfully bought the tomatoes and we're already 3 minutes in. Everyone starts to put tomatoes on their burgers because they know Pixel likes tomatoes. Looking at Noob's creation, this is looking like quite a mess. But will this be tasty enough? Paint, on the other hand, is still busy cooking up the burger's meat. As Noob is adding on his final touches, he declares his burger finished, while Thunder and Paint are still hard at work. After a little while, Thunder seems to be finished with his burger too. Now, we're just waiting a little longer on Paint. Just adding the top and voila! Everyone has finished their burgers. Time to rate them. Pixel will be rating them on taste and creativity. We start with Noob's burger, which still looks like quite a mess. Noob clarifies though that this is meant to resemble friendship, though the taste kinda goes down as Pixel is not a fan of mustard. Final rating 8.5 out of 10. Moving on to Thunder, kinda follows the same path as Noob. It's not as creative judging from structure, though he does give the floating fry an extra point. Taste is also quite the same. Final rating also an 8.5 out of 10. Lastly, Paint Bomb. It looks quite bland and doesn't have any lettuce on it, though it has an original burger sauce which boosts his score. Final rating, 8 out of 10. Looks like Thunder and Noob are in a tie. To break it, Pixel decides to judge it one more time on looks. I think we have a clear winner here. Thunder over here has a more proper burger structure than Noob, which means Thunder gets his second point. On to the 5th game. We're heading over to Word Bomb. Let's see if these people actually paid attention in school. Also, there's a crown on Noob's head because he won the practice round. Just so y'all know, everyone's starting off pretty strong, but Paint Bomb seems to hesitate on the first few letters. Thunder later on manages to get, yeah, you probably know what he typed in there. Alright, seems like they're doing pretty good so far. Let's see if they're able to maintain such skill. Noob has received letters ER. He can't think of any word that hasn't been said though. After a little trying, he loses his first life. Paint is doing pretty good for himself right now. He's using quite longer words so he can save shorter words for last. But he isn't the only one with that plan. Paint seemed to have gone unlucky too, as they also received the letters ER. This sadly cost him a life too. Noob meanwhile is also doing good. Oh my god. Oh, come on, you can think of extraterrestrial but not anything with US? Ridiculous. Thunder seems to have been cursed with ER as well, which makes him lose a life. I mean, I can think of many words with ER, like better, eruption. Yeah, that's basically it. Quickly after we get to 3-letter combos, Thunder seems to be stuck on LUT, which makes Paint Bomb the winner of round 1. Round 2 starts smoothly for everyone, especially for Thunder. How are y'all coming up with words this long and fast? After a while, Noob receives the letters OG but can't think of anything that isn't taken, so he loses a life. The bomb is turned red and Thunder, I swear to God. Noob receives another unlucky letter combo, which eliminates him. It's down to Thunder and Paint. Thunder gets unlucky with NAL, which puts him at 1 life remaining. Will he be able to redeem himself? And he's gone. That means Paint Bomb gets his 5th point. On to the 6th game. It's time for some Tower of Hell. Let's see how they do on parkour and obbies. The first part is pretty simple for them, but not for Pixel. Guess I do have a skill issue. It looks like Thunder and Paint Bomb are doing quite well so far. Unlucky Noob though. Let's see if he'll manage to redeem himself. And there goes Thunder. Now Paint is in the lead. Let's see if he'll actually manage to make it all the way up. Seems like they're pretty bad at this. Guess we'll add some extra time then. Paint Bomb is already on the 3rd stage, while Thunder and Noob are still struggling on stage 1. This could be the end of them, but who knows. Seconds later, Noob enters the 2nd stage while Thunder is already halfway through it. Paint is also starting to slowly enter stage 4. Noob, however, shortly dies after, and in a shocking twist, Paint also dies. This puts Thunder in the lead as he enters stage 3. Noob and Paint aren't given up just yet, as they're destined to take over Thunder, even though he's already more than halfway through the tower. As Thunder finishes stage 4, he's lucky enough to discover that the last stage is a freebie. He makes his way over to the finish and successfully touches it. Well, this round didn't take that long. Thunder has claimed yet another point. On to Game 7. For Game 7, we're entering Bellhoppers, a pretty underrated game which Pixel thought was most fitting to play. For our first round, we're met with a Wild West and the game mode Ballistic, which means that there's one bell and you must hold it for the entire round. Pixel took the first one, but obviously he can't win, so he sacrificed it to Noob. After holding onto it for a while, Paint manages to claim it, then Noob claims it, then Paint again, and now me? Thunder quickly interferes and takes it for himself, while everyone runs after. Now Pixel manages to grab it and there's 1 minute remaining. At the last 20 seconds, Pixel gets damaged by the cacti and the bell gets claimed by Noob, who eventually wins round 1. It's time for a classic with Classic Mode. Here you have to get as many bells as possible before the time ends. Paint Bomb and Noob get their first bells and Paint his 2nd and 3rd shortly after. Bro is on a roll. Paint loses the lead as I stomp on his head to remove his bell, which Thunder quickly claims. In revenge, he stomps me back and goes back to 3 bells. As Paint and Noob lose their bells, I manage to grab both. Thunder loses a bell and Paint claims it, then Paint loses 2 which Noob and Thunder claim. Noob claims another after stomping Pixel and the round ends as Noob grabs his last one, which means Noob wins again for round 2. Time to test their teamwork skills with a team mode, where your team has to get as many bells as possible before the time ends. It's Thunder and me versus Noob and Paint. This'll be interesting. Immediately, Paint and Noob get their first 3 bells. Thunder stomps Paint, and me and Thunder both get a bell respectively, while Noob is at 4 so far. I stomp Noob, but Paint claims it and stomps me, but I claim it back. After a little while, the stands are looking pretty tied, but this gets broken quickly after they get more bells and stomp Team Red. 20 seconds remaining and it's 8-5, but in a turn of events and at the last couple seconds, we stomp them back and claim victory, which means Thunder gets his first win. We're back with Ballistic on a sunny day. Paint manages to get the bell and holds it for the majority of the game until Thunder stomps him and gains yet another win. Thunder versus Noob. Who will get the next point? We're potentially ending it off with a hard map on Classic Mode. Thunder and Noob get their first 2 bells, soon after their 3rd and 4th bells as well. After a quick stomping frenzy, Thunder takes a lead, and in a turn of events yet again, Noob jumps up to 8 bells, then 9, then 10, then 11? Golly! And then he ends it off at 12. Big GG's right there. Noob secures his 2nd point. On to Game 8. It's time for Funky Friday, the game where you battle against others with awesome jingles that we will not play due to potential copyright, and editor Pixel is too lazy to do research about it. Let's see their musical talents in action. We're starting off with Paint Bomb vs. Noob, and they chose Eggnog on B-side. Let's see who will move on. Paint is off to quite a good start, but Noob seems to be doing a little bit better than him. Will Paint be able to redeem himself? Paint is indeed trying his absolute hardest to take over Noob's lead, but he's way too far from the goal, sadly. Like, way too far. The ratio is insane. Yup, not even close. Noob receives his first win. Let's see if he'll actually manage to win against Thunder. Seems like they're picking Ragdoll Chaos. Thunder starts with 6k points and Noob with 7k. This might actually be close. Thunder takes the lead with a 10-point difference, but is quickly broken by Noob. Well, there goes Thunder's lead. Noob eventually wins and reaches 2 points. Noob and Paint Bomb decides to battle one final time, and Paint, yeah, he's completely screwed. After a little arguing, we proceed to let Noob and Thunder do a double or nothing. Winner takes all. While Thunder is yet again off to a decent start, Noob gains the lead soon after by 2,000 points. Yup, we probably know how this ends. Noob takes home his 3rd point. Seems like he's on his redemption arc. Yup, the goal is pretty simple. Kill me 5 times in Ability Wars and you'll get the next point. Now's a good time to see their fighting skills in action. And Pixel is off. Let's see how this unfolds. Confused on what to do, he decides to loop around the cave. As I get knocked off, I quickly try looping around from the risky side and instantly get pushed off by someone. After a quick replay, turns out Paint gets the win on this one. Round 2 starts and Pixel is already being cornered to the edge, but he escapes to the caverns. Soon enough he escapes as he gets ragdolled everywhere and falls off the edge himself. Noob was the last one to hit him, so he gets the point. Round 3 starts and okay, Pixel is already down. That gives Paint yet another point. Round 4, I get cornered by 2 people and instantly fall off by Thunder. This is getting pretty difficult. Round 5, Pixel ends up lasting pretty long. Like, really long. After a while, I finally get knocked away by Paint. Round 6 goes as normal until waves start to begin. What? Well, I guess that makes the challenge even harder then. We get chased for a while, but the wave quickly ends and Noob does one final hit on Pixel to get his 2nd point. Round 7 starts as well as wave 2 apparently. While being chased around by the monsters, Pixel gets knocked off the edge by Paint, which puts him at 4 points so far. Round 8 and wave 3 starts and there's monsters everywhere. And while I was navigating to the mushroom for a boost, I get knocked off by Thunder. Round 9 is where the monsters really start to get annoying, but Pixel refuses to restart and continues on with the game. While Pixel's arguing with Thunder about him killing Pixel or not, which he didn't, Paint sneaks up behind him and knocks him off the edge. That means Paint gets his 3rd game point, which means everyone ends up being tied at 3 points. On to game 10. We're moving on to Untitled Tag Game. Let's see their tagging skills in action. We start with Free For All, where you have to tag other people to eliminate them. But a Wheel of Misfortune appears, which grants triple jump. The round has started and everyone is out for blood. Thunder successfully eliminates Paint. Noob and Thunder start fighting and as Pixel joins in, he instantly gets out. It's down to the final 2. And not even 5 seconds later, Noob wins the round, which gets his 1st win. Round 2 will feature Rocket Arena on B-side, which means platforms will disappear at random, and the game mode bomb. Thunder receives the first bomb and hands it over to Paint. After desperately trying to get rid of it, he dies. Pixel receives the next bomb and after chasing others around for several minutes, he also dies. It's down to Noob and Thunder yet again. Noob receives a bomb and quickly chases after Thunder. Even though he tries several movements to boost himself, the timer ends and Thunder gets the next win. 1 more point and Noob or Thunder win. Round 3 grants game mode FFA yet again, and after seeing Paint Bomb struggling to get up, I quickly decide to tag him. It's down to Noob and Thunder again. I quickly encounter Thunder, run after him, and successfully tag him, which means Noob gets his 4th point. On to game 11. Let's go break some points in Breaking Point. That pun didn't make any sense, did it? Let's start with Duo Vote, where the 2 players with the most votes will fight. First up, Noob versus Thunder. They circle around a little and Noob kills Thunder mid-air. Next, Paint versus Noob. They run around the table and swing their knives a little. Paint ends up killing Noob successfully, which means he gets win number 1. Moving on to Breaking Point, where a random person decides who to eliminate. Noob tries shooting someone but the gun fails. Thunder does the honors and shoots Paint dead. Then I decide to shoot Noob for no particular reason, which means Thunder gets his first win. Next, Duck Duck Stab, where someone picks their opponent. Noob picks Thunder and gets met with his demise immediately. I pick Thunder and he dies from a knife throw, while Paint gets his second win. Next, dual vote again. Up first, Paint versus Noob, and Paint eliminates him instantly. Thunder versus me, and after a knife throwing for a while, we both die, which means Paint gets his third win. Next, Breaking Point. Up first, someone decides to kill Paint secretly. Thunder and I try shooting, but we both fail, and then Noob then shoots Thunder dead. It's 3-1 to 1. Next, Duck Duck Stab. Thunder picks Paint, but Paint immediately kills him. Then I pick Noob and slash him dead. That means Paint is ahead with 4 to 1. That means Paint has a good chance of winning, or does he? Because Thunder decides to go full sweat mode and places the stands at 4 for Paint, 4 for Thunder, and 2 for Noob. This may just be the clutch of a lifetime. Dual vote is picked next, and it's Noob versus Thunder. Noob kills Thunder with a knife throw. Paint and Noob are next, and Noob also kills Paint with a knife throw. 4 to 3. Next, Breaking Point. Noob kills me in secret and Thunder kills Paint. It's down to Noob and Thunder. Noob decides to gift the final points to Thunder, which means the current main stand is 4 for Noob, 4 for Thunder, and 3 for Paint. Thunder and Noob need one more point to win the gift card. Who will it be? Let's potentially find out in Game 12. It's time for epic minigames, which could potentially be the final game we play before the winner is revealed. Let's see if that's actually the case. Starting with bullet evasion. We're off to quite a smooth start, but as the bullets get faster, I manage to die. Soon after, Paint Bomb also dies, which means Noob and Thunder are left. Noob happens to run into a bullet soon after, which means Thunder gets win number 1. Next up is Fishing Frenzy. I myself kinda struggle a little on this minigame as I only managed to get 14 points. Noob ends up winning with 29, which means it's 1 to 0. We're dealing with bullets yet again in Bullet Bound, where you have to use bullets to go up. As Noob is confused on what to do, everyone already starts going up. Thunder and Paint finish, but Noob and I lag behind. The game ends as everyone wins, which means it's 2 to 1. Up next, Juggernaut. I get chosen as the Juggernaut and I try my best to kill everyone. Unfortunately, they successfully kill me, which means it's 3 to 2. Moving on to Bomb Ball. Noob gets the bomb, which I accidentally grab, and I proceed to die after the bomb explodes. Paint is the last to receive the second bomb, which means Noob and Thunder win. To make it a little more intense, I randomly decide it's now first to 6 points. Next is Eagle Observation. We have to count how many eagles appear on the screen. After a little while of counting, Noob counts the correct number and it's 5 to 2. One more point and Noob wins the gift card. It's time to find out if he wins or not in Teetering Turmoil. It's been nearly 2 years since the first episode was released onto the channel. During those 2 years, you guys have fought hard for the gift card, slaying in nearly every single challenge and successfully surviving all eliminations, except Thunder, but he did really well too. Now, for the grand reveal, the winner of BFBG is Noob. Congratulations.
So, at first, I thought to myself, hey, these are Paint, Bally John Fiery, and Noob. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, I'm literally a Roblox character. Oh boy, how wrong I was. My pants had to get cleaned 8 times from the amount of stacked into it.
Hey, have you guys seen Pixel anywhere? He's supposed to give Noob his gift card. Wait, there's a note here. Dear Bob, if you're reading this, I'm probably already gone. I've decided to leave this place and quit my job as an object show host. The reason for this is because I realized I haven't really been spending much time with my family. I really want to reunite with them and see them again. Hope this isn't much of an inconvenience, and I hope whatever you do next in your life will turn out great. Sincerely, Pixel. Oh no.